Well, borrowers are winners today, but it's not great news for people relying on their savings. Interest rates have been slashed to yet another record low, just 0.1%. It's an ominous sign for the economy. The Reserve Bank is also spending $100 billion to help rescue the country from recession.
It's been almost a decade since interest rates were cut on Melbourne Cup Day, and never before has the Reserve Bank fronted the media after such a decision. But an extraordinary year requires an extraordinary response.
Today's decision reflects the Reserve Bank Board's commitment to do what we reasonably can with the tools that we have to support the recovery of the Australian economy.
The bank has cut the cash rate from 0.25% to the new record low of 0.1%. And in moves still new in Australia, it's ramping up quantitative easing. That involves pumping $100 billion into the economy by buying government bonds. And it's also cutting the rate on cheap credit to the banks, which should lower borrowing costs for households and businesses. Mark and Verity Riessen's lender didn't pass on the full rate cuts in March, but they hope this time will be different.
I'll be looking either to negotiate a lower interest rate or looking to another lender.
They're banking on the extra saving after Verity was put on JobKeeper.
We could end up going back to one income, so to have a lower interest rate would be immensely helpful.
But while rate cuts are great for people with a loan, they're not for savers like Ankita Gangaramani.
It's really impacted me in terms of the amount of interest that I gain on the actual savings that I make. So my money isn't exactly growing.
She's earning just 0.5% interest on her savings. While rate cuts are what consumers feel the most, it's the Reserve Bank's huge injection of cash that signals the pressure our economy is under. For more than a decade, it's refused to be drawn into a game of manipulating interest rates and the currency. But now, with rates cut to the bone, there's no alternative if we're to remain competitive with the global economy. Pupazzoni, ABC News.